This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53. We are getting you ready to start your Friday and your weekend with news of the day in the morning sprint.
Sydney Charles with details on a drone attack that killed a U.S. contractor.
March is National Nutrition Month, and Bronte Sorotsky is live at Second Harvest telling us about the Bite to Go program.
But let's get to Mark Peterson first with that weekend forecast.
All right, good morning. Well, as we take a look outside, temperatures right now, so we're hitting at freezing, maybe a little above or below. The issue is those winds subtract about 10 degrees, so it feels like it's in the low 20s as you head out. Looking for snow? Well, you're going to have to get really into Idaho, but now we see another band coming into Deer Park. That's going to be with us this morning. Not looking for a lot here, just enough to let you know, yeah, it's springtime. So we are going to see those scattered and isolated flurries out there. Our high today is 45. The biggest thing we'll have to contend with today is really those breezy south winds.
The battle to close Camp Hope continues in court. A Superior Court judge says the city established its burden when it comes to why Camp Hope should be cleared. She also said the city of Spokane proved there is an immediate risk, but she did not go as far as to say the city can clear Camp Hope. She is asking the state and the city to come together with a plan. To read the details about this story, go to KXLY.com.
Down on the wire finish for the Zags in Las Vegas as the fast break to Houston kicked into high gear. The 3-seed Zags with a thrilling win over the 2-seed UCLA Bruins in the Sweet 16, and that means the Zags are now moving on to the Elite Eight against UConn.
Firefighters rescued a woman from this burning house in North Spokane yesterday. Spokane police say somebody started that fire on purpose. Police are searching for this woman, 36-year-old Jenny Barden. She is wanted for first-degree arson. Spokane police and Spokane Fire were on scene by 8:30 yesterday morning. The home on Wall and Garland serves as a 5-unit apartment building. When first responders arrived, everyone who had made it out was doing what they could to save that last person inside. Firefighters were finally able to get her out of the home. She was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. If you have information or camera footage on this fire, SPD is asking you to call Crime Check with it. That number, 509-456-2233.
And this morning, there was another attack on a U.S. base in Syria. This follows the U.S. retaliatory airstrikes against Iranian-backed groups ordered by President Joe Biden after a drone killed a U.S. contractor and wounded 5 U.S. service members in northeast Syria on Thursday. The U.S. military suspects the drone that killed the contractor was Iranian-made. It struck a facility housing U.S. personnel. 2 of the wounded service members were treated on site, while 3 additional service members and the U.S. contractor were medically evacuated to coalition medical facilities in Iraq. More details on the latest drone strike is coming up next on Good Morning America.
Personal data, influence, misinformation. The battle to ban TikTok took center stage in Washington, D.C. Eastern Washington Representative Cathy McMorris Rodgers leading the push to ban the social media app, saying China cannot be trusted with American data. The CEO of ByteDance, TikTok's parent company, went before Congress arguing a Texas-based company is actually what stores the data of the millions of American users, but ByteDance employees based in China still have access to that data. Coverage on privacy concerns regarding TikTok will continue coming up next on Good Morning America.
A man on the run from jail in Custer County, Idaho, may be headed to Eastern Washington this morning. The sheriff's office says 40-year-old Stephen Pearson was supposed to return from a furlough, a medical center in Salmon, Idaho, but did not return. He's believed to be either on his way to a family member's home in Eastern Washington, a friend's home in Hamilton, Montana, or another family member's home in Missouri. If you know where he is, call Crime Check.
It is National Nutrition Month, and we have been here at Second Harvest all morning where amazing volunteers that you can see behind me are putting together these Bite to Go kits. And these are meals that will go to students throughout the Spokane area that otherwise wouldn't have a healthy meal over the weekend. And if you'd like to get involved, you can check out their website, and that should be up on your screen to donate.
Well, it sure is. All right, an update on the cause of a train derailment over the Swinomish Channel near Anacortes Thursday. The Federal Railroad Administration says a safety device meant to keep trains from tipping into the Puget Sound knocked the train off its tracks, and there was a miscommunication between the train crew and the bridge tender that left the derailleur in operation. The 7-car train spilled about 3,100 gallons of diesel fuel.
About 60 teachers in the Central Valley School District will lose their jobs because of a loss of funding. Some of those teachers have already been notified. Several factors at play here that triggered those layoffs, including a loss of levy funding and pandemic-era relief funds drying up. We'll be back with weather after this.